Hello everybody, Aaron the Nintendrovert here, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are playing part 3 of Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe for the Nintendo Switch family of systems, baby. So yeah, let's just hop right into it. We left off here at Onion Ocean, which is a very disgusting sounding level name. I wouldn't want to taste that ocean. You know, you're splashing around in the waves, you get water in your mouth, and it's just onions. That's just nasty. It's just wrong. Yeah, maybe the water isn't actually like juiced onions. Maybe it's just like I don't know. Maybe it's the tears that you know, everybody in Dreamland collectively cry every time they peel onions or something. I don't know. Either way, it sounds disgusting. I wouldn't want to swim in this ocean. And just talk about how bad it would smell when you get out of it. You know, like you'd have to take a bath for like a week to get that stank off of just raw onion essence. It just, ugh. In the words of Irwin's grandmama from The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, oh baby, that is just nasty. Ooh, some bananas. But yeah, we are in the tropical world here now. The game has a total of technically 8 worlds, but the last one is mostly just kind of like the final boss, so it's basically just 7. So really, this playthrough shouldn't take us too long. You know, after this episode, we'll be approaching halfway to completion. So yeah, once we do this game, then we'll move on to I don't know. There's so much I want to do on this channel. Maybe Donkey Kong Country might be our next stop. Then after that, who knows? Maybe some Sonic. Of some sort. We could do Sonic Mania or Sonic Superstars that just came out last year. The world's our oyster. We might find some oysters here, considering we're at the ocean. But yeah, like I said on the last episode, or well, my last recording session, it might have been the episode before that. The Kirby franchise was made by Masahiro Sakurai, who went on to make Smash Brothers. But something I failed to mention is that he also went on to make what is probably my favorite game on the Nintendo 3DS, Kid Icarus Uprising, which is just this awesome game that's based on you know, Greek mythology. So you got all these different, I think that's just some stars, we don't really need that, but based on some different you know, gods and goddesses. You know, you fight Medusa as kind of the main antagonist for a while, and then they bring in you know, Hades, who's like the bigger bad. But it's an awesome game. The voice acting is so good. It's got a lot of very prolific voice actors, which most Nintendo games don't really have. You know, like it took them, what, like 30 years or something before before the Zelda franchise finally got voice acting. Maybe not that long, but yeah, people wanted voice acting in Zelda games forever, and they finally delivered on that in Breath of the Wild and then Tears of the Kingdom. Personally, I don't think the voice acting in those games is particularly great, because I think they did just kind of hire you know, cheaper actors who weren't necessarily like super known, but that's just my personal opinion. You know, if you like the voice acting in Breath of the Wild, then you know, kudos to you. But personally, I don't really love it. I'll get back to what I was saying here in a minute. But this is a new power-up that they added to the remake here. This Mecha Kirby here. We can kind of float with it, which isn't really anything new for Kirby. He can already float. We can fire some laser beams. What else can we do with this thing? We can drop little mines that go off after a bit. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we can shoot some fireballs. I guess that's more or less it. There's probably some more that I'm not some more button combinations I'm just not pressing, but yeah, this is a pretty good ability. We could have also gotten the spear power up there. We might go back and get that here in a minute to show that one off. I'm sure we'll get another opportunity coming up here probably to grab that one again. Yeah, there it is. I kind of hate to throw away the robot, but we've not seen this one yet either, so we'll get old spear. Wouldn't say this one's one of my personal favorites. It made its debut in this game, but you know, it's decent. But anyway, back to what I was saying about Kid Icarus Uprising. Yeah, Nintendo really went above and beyond with the voice cast. Like, they got a lot of very well-known actors and actresses to do the voices of the characters. They got Hendon Walsh, I believe is her name, who was She did the voice of Starfire from Teen Titans, and then she was also Princess Bubblegum from Adventure Time. So she voices the character Varidi, who is the goddess of nature. And then she's got a lot of talented voice actors. Hades is like one of my favorite characters from any game ever. I love him. He's like the main villain, and he's he's kind of a bad A. He's got like an awesome design, but he's also just like really, like, it's kind of weird. He's like the main villain, and he's like pretty scary and intimidating, but he's also kind of comic relief at the same time. Like, he's just a super funny character. Like, the whole thing is just a game to him. Like, he's just toying with everybody, playing 4D chess, and he's just kind of vibing, just having the time of his life, ruining everybody else's lives. But yeah, I don't know the name of the voice actor that plays Hades, but he does a great job. He's kind of like, he's got this British accent. I don't know if the voice actor is actually British or not, but he gives the character a British accent anyway. It's very kind of regal, very formal sounding, which is kind of not what you would expect from Hades, who's basically Satan essentially. But the Greek version of that, I guess, the pagan version of Satan. But yeah, he did the voice. He's had a few different roles. He was in Jimmy Neutron. He did the voice of King Goobot. Not in the movie. I think that was what's his name, the bald guy from Star Trek. I never watched Star Trek, so I don't really know that guy's name particularly well. We've also got another ultra power up here, where we're just turned into a big old snowball and just bowling over everybody. But yeah, Kid Icarus Uprising is a game that I've been hoping so badly gets a port to the Nintendo Switch, because I really want to play that like on a big screen in HD, because the 3DS, that game really pushed the console to its limits in terms of graphical capabilities and everything. But the 3DS can only run in like I'm not even sure what the resolution was on that screen. It might have only been like 240p, to be honest. So to have that in HD, on the Switch and on a home console with proper, 2 analog sticks, because the game is a shooter, and the 3DS didn't have dual analog sticks, so it was kind of, a lot of people really complained about the controls in that game, because you would kind of have to aim your reticle, like you'd be looking at the top screen, which is where your reticle is, but to move the reticle, you'd have to be sliding the stylus on the touch screen on the bottom, which was kind of weird. Personally, I didn't mind it too bad, but a lot of people complained about just getting hand cramps and just being very unintuitive. But personally, I still really love it though. Kid Icarus Uprising is a fantastic game. It's got great music. It feels a lot more AAA than most of Nintendo's games, where it's not just another like 2D platformer, which I love my platformers, don't get me wrong. But it really just feels like something special, and I think with the right love and care and attention put into it, that could be another really big franchise for Nintendo, like like Zelda or something. So yeah, I don't know. I hope they, because I think the game was a modest success on the 3DS. It sold at least 1 million copies, but it wasn't anything super groundbreaking, which probably a number of factors at play there, because probably not a lot of people were looking for that sort of a, what's basically a console level experience on what is just kind of a handheld. But now with the Switch, you got the best of both worlds, and I just think it would be really worthwhile for Nintendo to try again and port that game over. Sakurai himself has even talked about wanting to, see that game ported to the Switch. So we'll just have to wait and see. I think it also had a pretty robust like online versus mode. I never really played that myself, but people say it was evidently really good. So they can bring that back. Just be another game to kind of help sell the Nintendo Switch online. But yeah, we beat our next Sphere Doomer here. 3-1 is pretty much in the books. We still got to get to the end of the level here, of course, but we've got all the collectibles we need, so we've probably got about 5 more seconds left in this level, and then it'll be all over. Yeah, what I tell you, there's the end of the level right there. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bam. There's a lot of great games on the 3DS that would be great to see ported over to the Switch. like I've talked before about Kirby Triple Deluxe and Kirby Planet Robobot. Planet Robobot in particular, a lot of people say is like the best Kirby game ever. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but that's kind of the general consensus, I think, is that that's most people's favorite Kirby game. Used to be Kirby Superstar up to that point, but yeah, it would be great to see those come over, maybe in like a 2-pack or something. I don't know. Knowing Nintendo, they'll probably just release each of them separately for a full $60, but what are you gonna do? It'll still be cool to have them on the Switch nonetheless, so we'll see if they end up doing that in the coming years. But yeah, like I said, this one's personally my favorite Kirby game. I don't know, I just really like the level design. I think it's very fun. I think it's got a lot of fun a lot of fun gameplay mechanics that just kind of help keep everything fresh. And yeah, I don't know, just a big fan of this one. Got a great soundtrack. It looks great. Just a good game. What more can I say? I don't know. Then after Kirby Planet Robobot, the next mainline Kirby game was Kirby Star Allies, which came out on the Nintendo Switch in 2018, and I don't really like that one. I think that game was super disappointing. Like, you can 100% that game in like maybe 5 hours. Like, it's incredibly short. There just was not a lot of content, and it's like insanely easy. Like, people already say that Kirby games are too easy, but I don't necessarily agree with that. But that game, it's like baby's first video game. Like, it legitimately, that game practically plays itself. It's not very fun. They implement this mechanic where you can like turn enemies into your allies, and then they're AI controlled and they fight alongside you. But it kind of breaks the game, and like you can try to avoid the ally system, but there's a lot of places in the game where it requires it, so it gets pretty cumbersome. If you don't want to have them, then you have to manually get rid of them one at a time, and it's a very weird system. It's not a particularly good game, but that said, it probably is the prettiest Kirby game to date. I would say that it does look better even than the remake here of Return to Dreamland. But it's just kind of a shame that the great visuals in that game were wasted on what's honestly a pretty mediocre game, in my opinion. The level design just isn't that good. In this game we've got all these energy spheres to collect. There's anywhere from 3 to 5 of them per level. In that game, I think there's only really like one hidden collectible in every level, and that's it. So there's just not a lot of replay value, not a lot of secrets to find. And like, they added some content to the game later on, like months down the road, like some extra playable characters and some different modes and stuff. But by that point, I just felt like it was too little, too late. Like, I was done with that game. I wasn't that interested in going back to it. And they did try to address people's criticism that it was too easy. By making the DLC campaign a lot harder, but I don't know. I didn't really find it all that compelling, so I never finished it. Maybe I'll go back and do it at some point. I guess I could play it on the channel sometime, but I don't know. We'll see. I kind of would like to replay that game again, if nothing else, just to look at the really, really good visuals in that game. But the gameplay honestly kind of sucks. No pun intended. I know Kirby sucks with this, with his mouth, because stop it. Stop being nasty. I didn't mean it like that. Get your minds out of the gutters. Kirby is an innocent soul. No, that's not true at all. I was just talking in the previous episodes about how he just goes on a genocidal rampage in this game. But he's also a glutton, too. Just as much food as he can stuff into his mouth. Kirby is just the antithesis of all that is good in the world. He is the embodiment of pure evil incarnate, and he's a force to be reckoned with. We should all be afraid of Kirby and his awesome, just raw power and influence. Okay, here we got this big old big old boot we can hop around in. This is very reminiscent of Super Mario Brothers 3, when you could get the Kirby shoe, otherwise known as the Goomba shoe. It only shows up in one level in the fifth world of the game. You can hop in it, and it makes you impervious to to spikes and other hazards like that. You can step on enemies with it that you otherwise wouldn't be able to step on. And we can't float while we're in it though, so we got to be careful not to fall into the water and drown, because that would not be particularly fun. Which I don't know, maybe you're into that. I'm not here to judge. I feel like there probably is somebody who their kink is being drowned, which would be, oh no, we're gonna, okay, well, we lost the boot. Can we get it back? Can we go get another boot? Now I know how SpongeBob felt. I lost the boots, your priceless boots, I let you down. I was thinking about the Squeaky Boots episode earlier. I had hiccups, and it just reminded me of Mr. Krabs. I've been having the hiccups a lot lately. I'm glad they stopped before I started recording this video, though, because that would have been a little obnoxious if I was just constantly hiccuping the whole time. All right, now let's go through the door here. But yeah, I believe Karibo is the Japanese name for the Goombas, and so there's kind of a translation issue in Mario 3 where they referred to it as the Karibo shoe instead of the Goomba shoe. So that's why people tend to call it that instead, because it was just a mistranslation from the original Japanese version of the game. So look out for these eel dudes. Try not to get sucked in by them. Trying to suck in Kirby, you freaking eels. Kirby is the master sucker. You can't outsuck the sucker master. Ooh, milk. Nothing like a nice cool glass of milk at the bottom of the ocean. Well, there's our last energy sphere here. Alright, good deal. Check out this dude. Shouldn't call him dude. I really shouldn't assume it's gender. I don't know. I've not looked at the genitalia of that particular enemy. Maybe it reproduces asexually like a plant. Maybe it's got both the male and female anatomy. I don't know. Alright, that's another level down. Nose is itching. It's been a recurring problem here lately when I'm recording videos. It's so hard to get that number 1. Not that the reward's very good. We only get like 30 stars for it, which is kind of not great, to be honest. I feel like we should get a 1-up for it each time, but whatever. Not like we are coming close to running out of lives anytime soon in this game anyway. How many lives do we have? Ba-da-ba-da! We have... I don't know. It's not telling me. 36. I think in the Wii version of the game, like whenever you would reset the game, when you were done playing or whatever, your lives would reset back to 4. I don't know why that was the case. There was a lot of games on the Wii that would do that. I feel like by then they should have been able to, just save all that. I know it was a problem with Mario Galaxy as well, where you reset the game and you're back to 4 lives, and it's like, what the crap, man? I had like 50 lives before I quit playing. But I don't know. It's not that big of a deal. It's just kind of a little pet peeve of mine, because it's like I'm not going to run out of lives anyway. But it's the principle. Oh shoot. Let's restart. There might have been something important up there. I'm not sure. I don't think we'll be able to fight the water current. So let's. At least we're very early into the level, so it's not like we're having to redo that much of it. But yeah, let's give it another swing here. Okay, Okay, I guess it's the next waterfall. I'm being really cautious. I do not want to miss it. Okay, here we go. Oh, was that it? Did I restart for nothing? Oh, we do have the hammer here. Okay, yeah. I think for this level we do need to hold on to this hammer because there is a otherwise indestructible block we have to break with this. If memory serves, that will open up the way to get one of the energy spheres. So it's good that we went back and got this. I don't know if we've had the hammer ability in this game yet. If we have, it's not been very much. I don't fully remember though, but I'm going to try to be careful not to get hit, because if you do get hit, you can occasionally lose your power up, and we can't get it back in the water. It'll just instantly blow up, which is a little annoying. Oh, okay. Now let's go in the door here, Kirby. Thank you. What do we got in here? Okay, nothing too super important, just a extra life, which we don't really need. I love all the blue here. The blue is my favorite color. I've gone on record saying that multiple times. I'm like a cartoon character. Probably like 2/3 of the clothes that I own in my closet are all blue. You know, in the cartoons where it's like the character wears like the same shirt every day, and they have that gag, like, you know, every episode they're wearing the same shirt, so they do that gag where they like go into their closet and it's just like, you know, 20 different shirts, but it's all the exact same shirt. Yeah, that's basically my wardrobe. Okay, was there anything up here that we needed? I'm going to assume not. Try not to get hit by these gender non-specific entities here. Yeah, my headcanon is that the left little claw antenna thing is the male part of it, and the one on the right's the female part. In some way or another, it just you know, sends out pollen spores from one that fertilizes the other. I don't know. Hold on, let me fight this current here. I need to see which route we need to follow here. So they both just lead to the door. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. This one might not be too super important, but I think there is one later on where we have to pick the right path so we don't miss out on the energy sphere. So let's hopefully we can do that successfully here whenever we get to that point. You got a big tomato box thing. Yeah, we'll take it with us, I guess. We probably don't need it. This thing, it'll just it'll bust open after a while, and it'll give you a maximum tomato, which refills all Kirby's health. But I don't know. It's probably going to be more trouble than it's worth trying to carry this thing around. I hate these little slug guys. They're so nasty looking. What's your deal, buddy? Why do you look like that? Look at your little pupils shuffling around in your goop. I hate him. Now what's this little guy? You look like a Pikmin character or something. You look like a Chow. I don't remember that enemy, if I'm being completely honest. I didn't remember the slugs either, but now that I've seen them, it's like, oh yeah, those were a thing, weren't they? But I don't really remember that plant guy. Okay, who are we fighting? A boss up here? Who are we taking on? Moundo. Yeah, maybe this isn't the one I thought. I thought we were going to have to hang on to this hammer ability, but evidently not. It's pretty strong against this boss, though. We're making short work of him. Well, I say that, and then we take damage. We'll suck him up. We'll probably need to use him for something up ahead here. I thought we were going to have to use the hammer, but I don't know. I guess we just need the... okay, yeah, there we go. That let us float to the bottom. Just fight the current there, because I think... yeah, if we don't use the rock ability, Kirby can't swim to the bottom there. So yeah, is that it? I was thinking there was something else that we needed to have this for, but I don't know. We'll just hold on to it. There's some fish in the background. Hey, buddy, you looking for Nemo? Are you Nemo's dad? Okay, here we go. This one might be the one we need to pay attention to. So it's in the middle. Okay, go right, middle, left, middle, right. Okay, so I think the right one will get us there, if I'm not mistaken. If I followed that correctly. I sure hope I did. If not, I'm going to be very upset. Hopefully, if we pick the wrong one, there'll be a way to kill ourselves. Okay, can we go back in the middle? Okay, good deal. I was really, really nervous about that there. I thought we had it, but I don't know. I was a little antsy about that. Alright, just 2 more to go, and I believe this is, yes, this is the 3rd level in the world, so this is probably going to be another one where we're going to get the ultra copy ability or whatever, and do a little interdimensional traveling and beat up another one of those sphere doomers to get the last 2 that we're missing. For some reason my jump button didn't work there and I almost plummeted to my death. Ow. Okay, we survived that onslaught. What's next here? Not sure how the laws of physics work here, where there's just a big wall of water behind us. But I guess it's best not to question it too much. But here we go. We got our fire Kirby power up again. Let's take these things out. Whatever these guys are supposed to be. They kind of look like something from the Mario and Luigi series. They kind of remind, like their teeth kind of reminds me of like Fawful or something, or one of the Bean citizens in that game. The Mario and Luigi games are great. I'll probably have to play them on this channel at some point. Superstar Saga in particular is the best one. What am I doing? There we go. Open up, buddy. Cut this down. Crush the Waddle Dees, who are cosplaying as larger Waddle Dees. I'm not sure what the thought process is behind that, but you know. I guess there's strength in numbers. Maybe it's supposed to be intimidating or something, all of them in the one giant suit, but still pretty pathetic if we're being honest. Love the music in this game. I've mentioned that a bajillion times, but it still holds true. Hey. Hey, come out, squid. Thank you. Who wants some fried calamari? Alright, into the portal we go here. Suck up these. Yeah, I don't know what kind of fish these are supposed to be, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not a zoologist. I'm not even going to bother taking a guess. I guess it would be more of a marine biologist that would know about fish, but whatever. And we got guys in our mouth. Kirby doesn't really swim. He just kind of kicks his legs in the water, which is kind of funny. I don't know if we really even need this, because this star here is still going and doing all the work for us here. So I guess we'll just follow this thing for now. Oh no! Oh no! It's gonna kill us! Oh God! No! Ah, we're fine. Gotcha. Psych. All right, what power-ups we got? Neither of these are my favorites. We got the spear and we got the umbrella or the parasol, whatever. Fancy umbrella. We'll go with this one here. We can probably make pretty quick work of him with this here. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Alright, Andy's dead. Alright. Just keep on keeping on. I'm going to turn the volume down just a little bit. I'm worried it's going to get picked up by the mic here. For some reason it's louder than usual. Ah, come on, Kirby, just a little bit. You can float, Kirby. Just float right up there and get the one. You know what I'm saying? Is it really that difficult? Alright, one more level and then we will be on our next boss fight here. Stage 4. That means it's terminal. Got 5 of them to find this time. Oh boy, let's strap in for this one. Not sure what we're in for here. I don't remember exactly what all this level entails, but I guess we'll find out here shortly now, won't we? Ow. Why does a fish need to have goggles on? I'm pretty sure the water wouldn't bother him getting in his eyes. That's kind of what he was made for. Maybe that's part of his body. Maybe in the Kirby universe, maybe they like evolved. The fish evolved to have goggles that are just like made into their flesh. You know what I'm saying? Like those goggles aren't actually something that he put on. That's just like that's meat. Like you could cook and eat those goggles. But that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. Eat a little donut, I guess is what that's supposed to be. Some kind of weird looking donut. Ow. Walked right into that. Didn't mean to do that. Let's go up. I see a little sub room here. If a door has a like a singular, like kind of reddish orange star, then that means it's a like a secret sub area, and not necessarily the way forward. So yeah, let's kill these guys here. But now, if it's a door that has 3 yellow stars on it, then that means it's a one-way door. It's the way forward, and you're not going to be able to come back. So, well, these red ones, you have no danger of like, well, I don't know if I'm supposed to go this way, because you can just come right back. But not the case for the yellow ones. Some big old seashells in the back. If you put your ear up to it, you can hear the ocean, probably because we're literally under the water in the ocean right now. Yeah, this is the ones I was talking about. So these doors right here, they're the way forward, and so that's just a one-way exit. When we load up here, yeah, you can see the door's just gone. There ain't no way back from that one. So all the stars in the background looks like being projected or something, like on the wall almost. I don't fully know what's going on there. Got some pancakes. It's got me craving IHOP. I've only eaten IHOP like a few times in my life, but I've really come to really like IHOP. Whenever I'm out of town, I always want to hit up an IHOP now, because we don't have one here in our hometown, because I live in a practically a ghost town where we don't have anything. Our nearest movie theater is like legitimately almost an hour drive. It's like 50 minutes away from where I live. Like we ain't got a bowling alley, we ain't got a whole lot of nothing. There's probably a secret door here that we can go through, because we can see, yeah, on the other side there, you could kind of see that it looked like there was something. Let's take out all these weird shark anchovy guys, whatever these things are supposed to be. And yeah, whenever you get that lollipop, it makes you invincible, just like, you know, the star power-up in a Mario game. Pretty much the exact same basic concept there. Let's see, what we got up here. We got some meat. Once again, that Japanese meat where it's got the cylinder shape and then the two bones through it on either end. I don't know what kind of animal that's supposed to be, but really doesn't look all that appetizing to me, if I'm being honest. That non-specific Japanese meat, whatever that is. Be convenient to hold, though, kind of like when you got a corn cob and you put those corn things on either end. Which kind of seems like a waste of money. I feel like you better be rich if you're out buying a little one of those corn holders. It's like, they're probably not much. They're probably just like a couple dollars, but still, it's like, do you really need that? That just seems like such a useless product, you know? Like, if the corn's too hot to hold, just wait for it to cool, you know? Maybe you don't want to get butter on your fingers if you butter your corn, but that's what napkins are for, so I don't know. I didn't know I was going to be going on a tangent about corn holders in this episode. Is that what you call them, or do they have a more technical name? Corn handles? I don't know. What we got here? Which way do I... Let's see. Oh, that's just grapes. Sounded so sarcastic. Oh, well, that's just grapes, isn't it? Got some pineapples. I haven't paid too much attention. I guess they're trying to go with mostly tropical. Oh, no, we needed to keep that, I think. Eesh. Hopefully we're not going to miss out on being able to get any of the energy spheres. I think we needed to hold on to that spear, though. But maybe we'll get another one up ahead here. I could be misremembering. Maybe we'll be in the clear, but I don't know. I'm not too confident about that. Let's eat this guy. I could show off the most useless Kirby power-up. Sleep. Watch this. Okay, we eat this guy. Are you ready? Here's what happens. We swallow. What was that? Yeah, that's literally all it does. It just makes Kirby fall asleep. So it's more of a hazard than anything. Ooh, we got some pizza. Actually looks really good. I want that pizza. Yeah, I like all the details in the background. It looks like there's just this whole city, like a civilization way back there of just where all the underwater inhabitants live. I don't know. Oh, we got a big old bomb here. It's going to gradually grow larger and larger until it explodes. See, I told you, Kirby's a terrorist. I've been saying it. Nobody wanted to listen to me, but the truth's finally coming out. Oh, ow. That hurt. We blew ourselves up there a little bit. See, Kirby's even a suicidal terrorist. He's very dedicated to the cause. Suicidal bomber, I guess I should say. Throw it, Kirby. I feel like you don't hear about like terroristic bombings as much anymore, which is, I guess, a good thing until you realize it's probably just been replaced by shootings instead. We've got like a shooting every other day, but yeah, so kind of weigh the pros and the cons. Seriously though, I really don't know when the last time there was like a major like bombing incident like in the U.S. So hopefully we don't have another one of those anytime soon. But yeah, I feel like shootings have become kind of the new bombing. I didn't expect to get so bleak in this in this Kirby episode. Talking about the depressing state of Western civilization, but yeah, I don't know. Since we're already talking serious, I feel like so much of it, you know, if we just had better mental health programs, you know, and also not even just that, but like we're so divided politically. Like, I think that's really where a lot of it comes from. A lot of people's frustration and stress that leads to all these like terrible atrocities, like where people's mental health is just shot because it's like everybody just demonizes people who think differently from them. There's no unity. There's no love and compassion for people on the other side of the field. We're missing the last energy sphere. Where is it? That was the end of the level, right? Let me double check that to make sure. I'm pretty sure that was the end. Yes, that is the end of the level, so we are missing something somewhere. But, I don't know. I just think it's a shame, that we can't just all get along and just, you know, stop thinking that we have to resort to violence as the only way for our voices to be heard. Because I think that is where a lot of it stems from, you know. So, I don't know. I'm not a sociologist. But that's enough heavy conversation for one Kirby episode. We just got our boss, and then we'll be all done with this world. We'll be moving on to World 4, which I don't remember exactly what that one is. That might be the Snow World, I want to say, maybe. Probably, possibly. Pretty sure it's the Snow World. We'll go with that. Yeah, the more I think about it, I'm pretty confident the next world is the Snow World. And if you know me, if you know anything about me, I'm obsessed with snow levels. I love snow levels so much. That's my top infatuation. I am... Oh boy. Snow levels really just get me acting up. But yeah, let's go into our boss level here. I don't remember the name of this one. The last one was Mr. Duder, which how can you forget that name? But this one, I do not remember what his name is, but I guess we'll find out. I do remember he's kind of like a big... I think he's like a purple, fat, like koi fish looking kind of guy. Something like that. Kind of almost looks like the Zora King from Ocarina of Time. Just oink, 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 oink. If you played the game, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, then... Okay, I guess he's more of a puffer fish. Okay, fatty puffer. That's a little, seems a bit offensive, but, you know. A fatty puffer. Like, was he born with that on his birth certificate? Did his mother have him and she's just like, yeah, I know what I'm going to name my baby. And then he just got bullied relentlessly in school. Hey, it's Fatty Puffer, everybody. Really should have thought that one out. And that would explain why he's so full of rage here, trying to kill us. I mean, I can't really blame him. He's got a lot of emotional baggage he needs to sort out. See, I was just talking about the mental health crisis in the U.S. This is a guy who could really benefit from therapy, you know? We're just going to vomit water all over us. And now he's dead. You know, I guess puffer fish are considered a delicacy in some countries. Of course, you got to be careful when you slice them up. That I think they've got like a poison sac or something in there. Right? If you don't prep it just right, you'll end up killing whoever eats it. So that's always fun. I wouldn't want to take my chances there. You know, it's so easy to go to a restaurant and get food poisoning because they've undercooked the food. Like, why would you want to gamble on someone else preparing for you something that could potentially be lethal if not done just right, you know? Because food poisoning is bad enough. I can't imagine, you know, having the gall to go eat something like that. Could just... Human error is such a high probability that somebody's going to mess up somewhere, you know? Welcome back, Kirby. With the left wing back in place, the wings are finally complete. It's finally looking like a real star cutter again. If we can find those last 2 parts, the lore will be flying again in no time. Keep at it, Kirby. I believe in you. I don't know what voice I'm giving this guy now. I just keep changing his voice. Before he was Foghorn Leghorn, and now he's I don't know what. But we've unlocked a couple extra challenge levels here, so we'll do those real quick, because again, we do need to complete those to 100% the game. So we got the whip challenge. It's my kind of challenge, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway. But yeah, like I said, we just have to get bronze, so we don't really need to concern ourselves too much with getting the high score. You know, if we get gold or if we don't, it's whatever. It is kind of nice with the whip ability, even if it's not my favorite power-up, how you can just kind of grab stuff from the other side of walls and stuff. We got 2 minutes on this one, so this is definitely one of the longer challenges. It's a pretty nice combo there. Ooh, there's a lot of hundreds I saw. The music that's playing right now, it kind of reminds me a lot of in Super Paper Mario when you're going through the Pit of 100 Trials. I feel like it has similar music to this, which might be a game that we... Oh, ow, okay, well we just lost 500 points there. That's not particularly great. Again, though, it doesn't matter. I don't need to OCD this. If we don't get the gold, it's fine. Oh, get in there, Kirby. Whew, just barely made that. I don't know how we managed to clip through there. Oh, shoot. I thought I could grab it from the wood. Yeah, we can't do that from there. Oh, well. But yeah, I don't know. It wouldn't take us too long, I don't guess, but it's more time than I'd like. 'Cause you kind of have to replay these levels, you know, multiple times to get the muscle memory down, to get gold. And I just don't know if it's really worth it. We're very close to silver there, though. Yeah, if it's not required for 100%, like unless people just want it, if you comment and say you want to see me go for gold, but I don't really see much of a purpose. So we're just going to play through them all once, and yeah. So now we got the high jump challenge, so let's do that. As I said, this is a very circumstantial power-up that really isn't very useful in most cases, but when a level's designed around it, you know, it can be kind of fun, so this will probably be kind of an enjoyable challenge here. I don't remember too much about it, if I'm being completely honest. We can kind of charge it up to go further. Yeah, I think once we complete this series, I think the next game that we'll play on this channel probably will be Donkey Kong. Just seems like the... oh, I guess I wasn't supposed to hit that. Just seems like the most logical next step for whatever reason. Oh, well, okay, we missed that too. Oh, well, who cares? You know, they're both 2D platformers in somewhat of a similar vein. 2 of my favorite 2D platforming series, and... yeah, there's a new Donkey Kong game coming out early next year, just a few months away. Well, not really a new one, it's a remake, but still. I don't know, I just feel like, to me, I always associate Kirby and Donkey Kong together. I felt like during the Wii and the 3DS days, like, a lot of times, like, Kirby and Donkey Kong games would come out, like, in a very close time frame to each other, so I don't know. It just makes sense to me in my head to play them both both together. So yeah, I'm looking forward to starting that series. We'll do probably Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, which is a really good one. A lot of people say is the best Donkey Kong game, even the best 2D platformer of all time. I don't know if I would go that far. I probably like Donkey Kong Country Returns a little bit better. The one that's being remade that's coming out early next year, so we'll definitely play that on the channel at some point. But it's hard to say. Tropical Freeze definitely has higher highs, but I would say it also has significantly lower lows, so it's kind of more of a mixed bag. When it's peak, it's phenomenal, it's fantastic, but there are some levels in Tropical Freeze that are kind of stinkers where I'm just like, this level. So I don't know. Whereas in Returns, they're all just pretty good. There's not any that I would say is just objectively bad, which I guess there's not any that's objectively bad in Tropical Freeze either. There's just some that, for me personally, like a lot of the underwater levels where you're swimming around in that game just aren't particularly fun. But yeah, I digress. But yeah, that's another world in the books. We're 3 worlds down, so join me next time as we take on, what is it here? I'm pretty sure it's the snow level, but what's it called? We gotta see the name. White Wafers. Yeah. White Wafers. I feel like there's a joke to be made there, but I'm not coming up with anything. It's very early in the morning. I've not been awake for that long, but yeah, join us next time for White Wafers. But thank you guys very much for watching. As always, I greatly appreciate the support. If you want to subscribe to the channel and hit the thumbs up button, I would greatly appreciate it. You do you. If you don't want to subscribe, that's cool too. No pressure. I understand. I feel you. I understand where you're coming from. It's okay. It's okay. That's supposed to be me, like, just stroking your head, kind of like petting you like a kitty cat. Now I made it uncomfortable. Now if people have already subscribed before, they're just going to unsubscribe after I just petted them just very creepily. But yeah, that's a wrap for this episode. I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.